And Sandy.
and Sandy.
Got it, Mosunmola. I have to practice which way. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, so welcome everyone and happy and blessed Sunday for everyone who are on Sunday. Happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday. So
Mhm.
today's topic is, what is today's topic, Mosunmola?
Today's topic is building confidence online, showing up boldly and authentically.
Yes, that's right. So that's our topic for today. So stay tuned for more details on that topic. But before we dive into our topic, let's introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but according to reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Yeah, my name is Mosunmola, the face behind mosoconsult.com. Originally from Nigeria, but by choice living and residing and working in the USA. I've been a healthcare worker of several years, and now by choice, I'm a digital business owner.
Thank you, Mosunmola. We also want to remind everyone that every Tuesday and every Thursday we have our live webinars. If you want to learn how you can start your online business, all you have to do is register in any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into our webinar, onto our website, sorry, you will receive an email that will contain two links. So the first link is the link to, sorry,
Don't worry, go on. I'm
the
trying to
first link,
adjust my chair.
yes. So the first link is to
I'm distracting you, sorry.
so the first link is to register for the live webinar. So that link will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday, one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. The other link that you will see there is the
Just shows that we are human. We are not perfect.
yes, that's been authentically.
Yeah.
Okay. So the second link is to the further replay link. So just in case you can attend the live webinar, you can catch the replay of the live webinar and watch it at your own convenience from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of the community. Sorry. Um, and so members of our community where you also get to see more about the business. You probably wonder, okay, so what am I going to see on the webinar? So on the webinar you're going to find out how our online business plan works, and also you get to hear from the panelists, which we're going to show you in a few moments, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So let's find out who were the hosts and panelists from Thursday's live webinar.
Wow. So here we are again. Last Thursday we had Chris and Karen as the hosts. Yes, he was Chris was a firefighter, a former firefighter, and Karen is a principal. Okay, so on the panel we had the nurse as Dustin. We had PB and Josh, who is a registered nurse. I mean, PB is a registered nurse, and Josh is an Airbnb host. And then we had Audley as a registered nurse, also a digital business owner. So you can see that they are from different cultural backgrounds. I can't even pronounce some names. Different locations, different career backgrounds, different orientations in life, but we are doing this business together. So hop on board and let's see what will happen.
Yes. So the next panelist is Mike and Lean. They are franchise owners and entrepreneurs. We have Eunice, a nurse practitioner, Stephanie, healthcare worker, and Deborah Ann, member service rep. So, um, as Mosunmola mentioned, you can see that there are different walks of life that decided to take that leap of faith to start uh, their online business and start changing their life and their family's life. So if you want to catch this replay before the live webinar, the replay has subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. Okay, so like we mentioned, so if you want to catch the replay before Tuesday's live webinar, you can register in any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we send you that replay link so you can watch it before the live webinar. All right, so let's dive into our topic for today. So what is our topic for today, Mosunmola?
Building confidence online. That is showing up boldly and authentically.
Yeah, that's right. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So hello again and welcome to our Eagles in Digital Business, a Candid chat with Mosunmola and Sandy. So today we are tackling something that holds many of us back. Okay, so that's something that like it happens to all of us. I mean, some people are, they're not shy to be on camera, but some of us we are. So I was one of them.
Me too.
So today we are tackling something that holds many of us back, showing up online with confidence. So maybe you have said, I don't like how I sound. What if I mess up? I'm not like those Polish influencers.
Mhm.
But here is the truth: people don't connect with perfection, they connect with authenticity. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So, what are today's point, Musamola?
So the first point is the real reason we struggle, and the second one is tips to show up boldly and authentically.
Yes. And let's dive into the first topic. Back to you, Musamola.
Okay, the real reason we struggle. Firstly, most of us weren't taught to be visible, like me. We were brought up to be respectful. Actually, in my culture, you don't look eye to eye with elders when you're talking, different from some other cultures where they count it abnormal if you do not make eye contact. So we come from different backgrounds. We were taught to blend in, to play it safe. I mean, just go to school, get your degree, and look for a very good job and wait for permission before you do things. Yes, and it really affected me when I first started my training in this business. I was always waiting for my mentor to come before I make the next moves. So we think confidence means never being afraid, but confidence is taking action even when you are scared. The more you show up, the more natural it becomes. Your first life won't be your best. Like today, I was trying to adjust my chair and I was going down and up, and Sandy was getting distracted. That's okay. What matters is that you start. And what matters, I mean, I remember the first time I did my first on go live on Instagram. I didn't know where to stop it after I finished. So it was just so funny. Every single person you look up to online, they once had zero followers and shaky voices too. So don't be scared. The truth is that we just have to hop on board. That leap of faith is what you need.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that, Musamola. And yes, it's funny. Like I didn't know about your culture that we're not supposed to look eye to eye. Oh, that's interesting. We should make a live about cultural differences. I think that's a very good one. Um, so okay, so yeah, I think same as Mosumola. It's I don't think it's in our culture to be like visible, to try it's more, like try to blend in, to play safe,
Mhm.
not taking risk,
Mhm.
because you want to make sure that, for example, like taking a job that's playing safe instead of going for, like, I kind of like, my job is kind of like risky when it comes to the eyes of my culture, because it's not a stable job. Like, I work in the movie industry, so like, I work from production to production. So if I finish one production, let's say I don't have another production, then I'm not working. So that's not something that, in the eyes of, like, all culture, they want it to be play safe. I mean, a job that, that you have 9 to 5 and you go every Monday to Friday.
Mhm.
And also, the other one, to wait for permission. Yes. That's part of our culture, but um, that when you start, seeing other things, you start changing that mentality, and taking risk, and stop playing it safe, and or asking for permission to those things. You just do it. um okay, so the second point, we think confidence means never being afraid, but confidence is taking action even when you're scared, and that is totally true. um I would say, like, same as Mosunmola, when I started to do live, I before I joined this business, I had a YouTube channel, and I didn't show my face in there because I was scared. I was scared to show my face, and I don't like to see my face on the camera. That was another thing. um, but like, I started this business, and I thought that, the only way that I can connect with my audience, the only way that they can get to know me, who I am, what things I like and that kind of stuff, is by showing up my face. So I transitioned it. Okay, it wasn't an easy road. I transitioned it, recording myself, at home first, and getting used to see myself on my cell phone. So eventually I got used to that, so I was fine. But then, I had to go to the next step, press that go live button. Um, so I was afraid every time that I was going to press that go live button. My heart was like pumping fast, and worry, what I'm gonna say, Uh,
Mhm.
but then I did it, and I kept doing it, because that's part of the gaining that confidence, practice, practice, practice. So eventually, I got used to see myself on camera, but I was fine for me because, no one was looking at me. I was like, yes. But one night, because I started this 10-day go live challenge, one night it was getting almost, midnight, close to midnight, and I needed to go live so I can complete my go live challenge.
I won't. Yes. Mhm.
And then I thought, like, okay, it's 11 p.m. No one is gonna see me, so let's do it. So I started to go live, and no, there was no one in there watching me, but suddenly I see one viewer, and I say, oh my god, someone is watching me. So I kind of like panic at the moment, and then everything that I had planned, I forgot. And then I started to improvise uh, on the live, and trying to connect with the audience, even though I couldn't see them. But yeah, it was a scary moment. But that was my first experience with a viewer. Um, and then after that, I did other lives with my group on the 90-day live challenge that I was doing, and it was every time we went live, I was scared, and we didn't know what to say, and sometimes we say things that were not good, but that's how we learn. We go practice, and try and fail, and try to make it better. And yeah, and here we are. We're doing lives today, and it's way better than before. Like, I can see even the lives from last year to compare to where we are now, and it's way better than what I did last year. So it's just a matter of practice, 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 and then you start making improvements, and make it better. So confidence, you gain it by doing it. Not It's not something that you're born with it, or that you can remove the fear. Fear is always going to be there no matter what. Even now that like, I'm confident to go live, there's some days that for some reason, that fear comes in,
Mhm.
and I have that fear to going live. But you know what? I just do it, and once I start doing it, that fear start to disappear. But yeah, fear doesn't go away. Fear is always there. You just have to block it and go for it. um well, I think the next one, the more you show up, the more natural it becomes. That's true. It's like we mentioned, practice, practice, practice.
Mhm.
The first one, you won't be your best, yes, that's for sure. um
Mhm.
but the important thing is, like it says there, is to start to doing it.
Mhm. Mhm.
You will never know if you're capable of doing it if you don't do it. So you gotta do it. You gotta try. um and yes, every single person you look up to online, they had once 0 followers and shaky voices too. Yeah, we all been through there. I didn't have any followers, and I remember, when we started to do, it took a while once we start getting viewers, in our
Mhm.
lives.
Mhm.
People were not watching it. But we even though, we didn't have any viewers, we kept showing up every live and continue doing it. And now, we get viewers and comments and emojis in our lives. So don't give up. We all start from zero. So the important
Mhm.
thing is to start. Okay. So our second point is tips to show up boldly and authentically. So here we're going to talk about 4 points. So start small, but start. Be you, not a version of someone else. Reframe the fear, and practice breeds power. So that's what we're going to talk today on this point. So the first point is start small, but start. So post a story, record a short video, okay? Share a thought. So don't overthink it. Done is better than perfect. And that is true. Like we talked on the previous point, and that's how, like, I started recording a short video. um that's and I was like a lot of retakes because I didn't like it, and then I continued doing it. So yeah, so you gotta start small, and that's how I was able to do it, to be able to do lives. I started small. I started to record myself, until I got comfortable. Then I got the courage to press that live button, and even then, every time that I pressed it, I was scared. So, but I kept trying and practicing, you know. Then eventually got to this kind of life, and that was another transition too. So yeah, so start small, but start. Okay, so don't overthink it. So for the second point, be you, not a version of someone else. And yes, you don't need fancy filters or a studio or a script. Let people hear you heart. Okay, so speak how you speak, smile how you smile. Um, and I think at the beginning, when we start this journey, we tend to see others and try to pretend to be them because we see that they have success. um, but that's not you, that's them. So you gotta be you, because you're gonna connect with people who like who you are, who like the interest that you're showing. That's who you're gonna connect with. So uh be you just don't try to be someone else, because that's not really you. And then you will attract the people that are not really the kind of people that you are. So why pretend to be someone else that you're not? Okay, so the third point is reframe the fear. So instead of what if they judge me, ask yourself, what if someone needs to hear this? What if I inspire one person to believe in herself? And that is true. And when we start, we have those doubts, like, oh my God,
Yeah.
what are people gonna think? What is my family gonna think by me doing this? My friends. and and the sad part is that sometimes we are the ones thinking that our family or friends, they're like, they don't need to bother, like what you're doing. So um so it's all in our mind. So we have to eliminate that. You have to overcome those fears of what other people think, and just do what you want to do, and be you. um just enjoy what you're doing, and that's what matters. It doesn't matter what other people think, because you're doing what you love. um and what your mission is. For example, our mission here is to help people, to change their life, to show them that there is other ways to have a better lifestyle, especially nowadays that everything is going so expensive, it's
Mhm.
getting harder and harder for families out there to be able to bring food to their house, the same way that they used to, to
Mhm.
provide things to their family. So that's why we are here, because we have a mission to help people out there to see, to tell them, and to show them that there are better ways, to have a better lifestyle, to have, there are better ways to be present for your loved ones, and to have that financial stability.
Mhm.
So that's our mission. So you never know, your story can touch someone else on the other side of the screen. So share
Mhm.
your story, share what you believe, because you're gonna be inspiring those people on the other side of the screen. You're gonna
Mhm.
motivate them. So don't reframe yourself from that. And the fourth point is, practice breeds power. So go live often, show your face in stories, comment with kindness. The more you use your voice, the stronger it
Mhm.
becomes. And that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we've been doing, like I mentioned, at the beginning,
Mhm.
you know when we started, no one was watching us, we didn't have any comments, any like emojis, nothing at all, but we kept showing up because that's what we wanted to be there, practice, you know and eventually, people started to seeing us, and comment and emojis. So yeah, so if you want to become better, you have to practice, and to be able uh, to become better, to be able to gain that confidence on yourself, and that power that you have of showing up on, for your audience. Okay. Anything you want to add from your side, Musumola?
Yeah. It's just that, like we say, keep on showing. I remember the story of this, and it's a true life story of the guy that started, or that founded the Disneyland. I read it that he went to 301 financial institutions to back him up in that dream. And they did not until he got to the 301st one. So imagine him dressing up every time. It may not be 300 consecutive days, but dressing up to sit in front of somebody to explain the same thing 300 times. And they kept on saying no, 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 until 200, no, 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 until 250, no, 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 until 3, supposing he has stopped at that 300. Supposing he didn't go to the next one, nobody will hear, because I mean, it was not in any history that something like that had happened, had been done before. So he was the pioneer, and people will be thinking, are you normal? Are you okay? Why don't you do other things? If this one say no, why don't you try and do other things? But he kept his focus. He knew his why, and today his name is round the world.
Hmm.
So if you continue on what you know is true, very soon your name is also going to be all over the world.
Yes. Yeah, another anecdote about that, I just heard this, I think it was Friday, from Walt Disney, is that he got fired because, according to his boss, he didn't have creativity. You imagine? And look at him today, So I think he proved his boss.
Well, maybe he had it at that time, and he was not able to show it because he was in another person's employment, and he was scared. He was waiting to be told what to do.
Mm,
And when he now dawned on him that, oh, I mean, that rejection stirred him up. So let rejection stir you up.
yes. Okay, so what are the key takeaways of this topic, Mosumola?
just like I was saying, as if I saw this slide, you were never meant to hide. You were never meant to keep building another person's empire without doing anything about yours. And you were never meant to just fit into what other people think about you. The boss of that Disney founder
Mm-hmm.
thought he could not amount to anything, and it stirred him up to say, no, I don't have to believe that, I don't have to key to that. And I mean, if they don't allow you to shine in this place, move to another place and shine there. So, and when he kept on sitting down in front of the financial officers, and they kept on saying, no, this will not work, no, this will not work, he kept on with his own belief, knowing fully well that those rejections should not define his life. He kept on at it. And even if, I mean, maybe his presentations were not good initially, maybe the way he was portraying it was not good at the initial stage, he kept on getting better and better until he got to the one, maybe it was that one that he changed, maybe he got better, with saying it and talking, somebody got convinced at last. So if you've been waiting for confidence to magically show up, no, the truth is that confidence comes from showing up anyway. I mean, he must have changed. Something must have stirred up in him. He must have been able to hold his neck up and say, even if you say no, I know I will still get somebody. And he was working out with pride. I mean, like with boldness, not the negative pride. I mean, the pride of saying, I know what is in store for me. So show up today as you are. Just show up, even if you are imperfect. Just be real and be unstoppable. Sometimes when we are on this platform talking and then doing our good life, we've had instances when the grandchildren or the family members will just come and just talk and sort of disturb or distract. But we are human, so we do not allow that one to say, oh, this is the end. No, 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 we just keep at it. Sometimes we don't know what to say, sometimes we are short of words, sometimes we don't present it very well, but here we are. The more you do it, the better you are. So that's my takeaway.
Thank you. And so, common confidence if you're ready to be seen or message us, and let's start building together. Okay, so let us know in the comments, if you're ready to be seen, if you're ready to take that leap of faith and start, showing up for to inspire other people and to motivate them.
Mhm,
So if you want to start your online business, and start earning online, all you have to do is register in any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So our webinars is every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. So the first link is to register for the live webinar. That link will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. And the other link will be for the replay of the webinar. So just in case you can attend the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can
mhm,
always catch the replay and watch it at your own convenience from the comfort of your own home.
mhm,
Lastly, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more
mhm,
information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, I register into your website. I registered for the live webinar. So what am I going to see on the webinar? Well, on the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also, you get to hear from the panelists. In this case, we're going to show you who the panelists were from this past Thursday's live webinar. So, where they share with you uh, why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So, let's find out who were the hosts and panelists from this past Thursday's live webinar.
Hmm. So just keep on with us. You see, look very well. You see people from different age brackets, from different cultural and career backgrounds are in it, from different locations. As a host, we had Chris and Karen. Chris was a former firefighter, and Karen was a vice principal of educational institution. We had Dustin, who is a nurse. He is still currently a nurse. We had PB and Josh. PB was, I mean, she is a registered nurse, but she's no longer practicing. And Josh is an Airbnb host. And we had another registered nurse in the person of Oddly. So they were all there and they all shared why they started their journey so far, what were their obstacles, what were their fears, and how they are able to make a success of this business.
Yes, thank you, Mosunmola. Yes, and we also have as panelists Mike and Lean, so franchise owners and entrepreneurs. We also have Eunice, a nurse practitioner, and Stephanie, healthcare worker, and Deborah Ann, a member service rep. So, as you see, we have all from different walks of life. Although tonight or last Thursday, it seems like the majority is in the health industry. So,
Yeah.
if you are in the health industry and you're
Yes,
watching
yes,
this
yes, yes.
live, this is your opportunity to hear from another in your industry, who will be sharing, why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So we have three job quitters
Yeah.
in the house for that webinar. So Chris and Karen, Dustin and PB.
PB. Yeah.
Yes, who already quit their jobs and they're just focusing on the business.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to learn how you can start your online business, you can register in any of the websites that will appear in the screen in a few moments and register for this replay before the live webinar. So you can catch the replay before the live webinar. So our replays have subtitles in several languages and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages, and that is Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. Okay, so what is our topic for next Sunday?
Very interesting. Turning fear into fuel. How to use doubt as your motivation. Like you've been hearing everything we have said today, and still that fear is just there. So just come and let's discuss how to turn that fuel, that fear into fuel. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's right. So that's the stay tuned for that topic for next Sunday. So we hope that what we share with you today, like it will inspire, it will give you a little insight, and you also, learn from our journey, as an entrepreneur. So you got the behind the scenes of this topic that we had today, and hopefully will inspire to take that leap of faith to start changing your life for your family and for you, because there's a better way, than just the 9 to 5, especially now with all everything, all the prices rising, and not copying up with the salaries that people are getting. Uh so hopefully, you get inspired. And then if you have any stories based on this topic, something that, like where you have to face your fears and build that confidence, share with us, because, sharing is caring, and we are here to share, to learn together, to motivate each other together. So let's put it in the comments so we can hear it and other members in the community will hear it and we all get inspired by each other. So Thank you again for being here with us. We want to say thank you for those who watched the live with us today, for those catching the replay, and to our followers. Thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We do have a like emoji here from Bella Sonia Uwase. So thank you so much,
Thank
Bella,
you.
for watching and for your like emoji. To our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. If you don't follow us, you can follow up here on the top, so you get to know us a little bit better, who we are, what type of content we post, and more information about the business. So yeah, so if you want to learn also, how you can start your online business, you can either register into our website that appear on the screen, or you can comment more info in the comments, or you can send us a message, and would be happy to answer your questions. Now, we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Sunday for those who are Sunday, and happy and blessed Monday for those who are Monday, and happy and blessed week ahead for everyone. God bless you all. Thank you for watching. And until the next episode of the Eagles in Digital Business, I can chat with Mosunmola
Mosunmola and
and
Can-
San.
Sandy.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for
Bye.
watching. Happy all for everyone. Bye, everyone. Until next Sunday.
Bye.
God bless
Mhm.
you